future.
Are you ready to crush your bookies?
Evolution.
Hello again. Thank you for showing up for this other live stream about Major League Baseball betting. Yesterday we did a fine job by posting a 3-1 record, including an upset special with the Detroit Tigers, who crushed it with an 8-2 victory against the Cubs. All right, now today we have a similar format, minus the technical issues, as I'm hoping, as I have 4 more MLB picks for you. And I have an extra bonus as I will present a college football future bet that I like a lot. As you might have heard, I came up with 25 value wagers on college football future bets. I've already discussed 2 of them in a video that I released several days ago, but I have another one for free for you today. All right, so hello to Enrico and Karen who are already here, as well as Richard Renfro and Willie from Manila. Wow, that's great. So we have someone from Austria watching and another person from Manila. All right, thank you for being here, guys. So first I'm going to talk about the 3 system picks that I have today. So as you have probably already heard, back in 2019, I developed 19 winning betting systems in baseball after analyzing data on 7 full seasons. Now, since 2019, I've been tracking every pick supported by those 19 systems. Now, today, those betting strategies recommend betting 3 teams, and I will discuss them and let you know if I like the play or not. So up first, we have a betting system called the snap winning streak that suggests taking the Cardinals to make an upset against the Brewers. Now, as you can see, I have put some question marks. So am I taking the Cardinals? Well, let's investigate this game further. First, let me say a few words about the snap winning streak system. So since 2019, so that is since I developed the betting angle, it has produced a plus 3.6% return on investment. Now, this might seem small for some people, but just having a positive ROI over 4 seasons is amazing. So it has performed very well. Now, it got off to a very rocky start in the 2024 season, but over its past 11 suggested bets, we have presented a 9-2 record, even though the average odds of those 11 bets was plus 100 in American format, or 2.0 in decimal. So in other words, we took a bit more underdogs and favorites during this run, and yet we posted a 9-2 record. So this system has been red hot lately. Now, I have to admit that after analyzing the game deeper, I'm not super confident about the Cardinals pulling off the upset. But I still have a pick on this game, so stay tuned. So for St. Louis, Miles Mikolas is set to start. Now he's having one of the worst seasons of his career, and it's been even worse. Things have been going even worse for him lately. If you look at his past 6 outings, he has allowed 25 earned runs over 31 innings pitched. Now, if you do the calculations, that translates into a poor 7.26 ERA. Ouch. So that makes it hard to back the Cards today. Now he's facing Freddy Peralta, who is also having a down season compared to his previous ones. In fact, his 4.0 ERA this year is his highest since 2019. But he still has decent numbers overall. It's not as bad as Mikolas' numbers. One source of concern about Peralta is that during his past 5 outings, he has given up 8 home runs. And that's why my pick on this game is rather to go with over 7.5 runs to be scored. So I told you that the snap winning streak system is recommending to go with St. Louis, I don't like it so much. You could take a quick stab on this play, but personally, I prefer to take the over given how Mikolas and Peralta have been struggling lately. All right, so that is my pick about this game. All right, up next, and I want to say hello to Woody and Gerald Lewis, who are also here. Thank you so much for showing up. Now, I have two picks that are supported by a betting system called the Cold Teams Matchup Number One. Before I discuss those two teams, let me talk about the performance of this system. Well, in fact, out of the 19 betting strategies that I've developed, this is pretty much the only one that I don't like the logic behind its rules. But I still follow it because it performed well when I developed it. Now, in the past 3 seasons, it has produced a ROI of plus 1.1%. So again, nothing to get overly excited about, but it's still a positive profit. So it's worth tracking this system. Now, so far this year, it has produced a 24 and 13 record, which might seem good on the surface, but this system picks favorites by design. So we're always picking favorites, just like my scoring drought system that you've probably heard before that has performed extremely well. Well, this one, the Cold Teams Matchup number one system, owns a 24 and 13 record this season, but it has produced a minus 0.8% ROI. Again, because we mainly pick favorites. All right, so the first team that is supported by this system is the Toronto Blue Jays against the LA Angels. And you can see the best line that I found about an hour ago. That was with Bet99. The line was minus 150. I don't know if it has changed since then. Now, do I really like this play? Well, let me say a few words about this potential bet. Well, both teams are out of playoff contention, but to me the Jays are still fighting. They own an 8 and 7 record recently. And meanwhile, the Angels, if you look at their past 12 games, they have presented a 3 and 9 record, so they might have they are giving up. Now Griffin Canning will get the start for the Angels and he's been reeling. In his past 4 starts, he has allowed 18 earned runs in a bit more than 22 innings. So that equates to a 7.25 ERA. Now his season ERA for Canning is 5.41. Last year, it was 4.32. The year before, 5.60. In other words, he's not that good, and there's not much hope that he will suddenly improve. On the other side, for the Blue Jays, we have Jake Bloss, who is a 23-year-old rookie who was acquired from Houston in the UC Kikuchi trade. Now he has only pitched 11 and two-third innings in Major League Baseball in his whole career, but he will be looking to impress his new organization. So again, I see more motivation factors on Toronto's side. And they are also at home. So clearly, they will put a fight. They won't play like crap in front of their home crowd. So for this reason, I am officially taking the Blue Jays to win this game against the Angels, mainly because they are more motivated, even though they are out of playoff contention. All right, the next pick supported by the Cold Teams Matchup betting system is the Baltimore Orioles. And now, do I really like Baltimore in this meeting? Well, let's see. Well, obviously, the pitching matchup gives a huge edge to the Orioles because they are starting Corbin Burns, who is a lot better than Spencer Arrighetti. Well, Arrighetti has had an up and down season, but allowing 4 runs to the White Sox in his last start was abysmal. We all know how Chicago's offense is weak. However, Corbin Burns is also coming off an ugly performance. In fact, he gave up 8 runs to the Red Sox. And if you look at Burns since the All-Star break, he has posted a 5.40 ERA. What? What the heck is going on with Burns, who is a pitcher that I like a lot personally? Now, the Astros were quite red hot during a stretch of games when they won 11 of 12 games, but now they have dropped 2 in a row, so maybe their confidence is a bit shaken. Meanwhile, Baltimore has been reeling in recent weeks, as shown by their 9-10 record over the past 19 games. Now, but what really does it for me and what enticed me to pull the trigger on the Baltimore Orioles is the revenge factor. These teams squared off against each other in a 3-game series in June, and the Astros swept the 3-game series. So Baltimore will be looking for revenge. And one of these games was started by Corbin Burns, who was obviously defeated in that game. So he will also be looking for personal revenge. That occurred on June 22nd. So that's why I am also officially taking the Baltimore Orioles, whose line is similar to Toronto's the last time I checked. All right, and now are you ready for a premium pick for today? Yesterday it was Aaron Judge to score at least a run, and if I remember correctly, he scored 2 runs yesterday, so this was a winner. Today I have another premium pick for you, so those picks are the best that I can provide. If you're interested to get them via email and SMS, you just need to sign up at njpicks.com for a paid subscription plan. You can choose between a weekly or monthly plan, and you can expect to receive an average of 3 to 4 premium plays per day. All right, and the premium play in question is Cal Quantrill from the Colorado Rockies to allow under 5.5 hits against the Washington Nationals. Now, obviously, Quantrill plays for the Rockies, and you know that Coors Field is a very hitter-friendly park. So if you remove those games, if you only focus on the road games played by Quantrill, and let's pretend that you would have bet Quantrill to get under 5.5 hits in each of those 13 road games, well, you would have picked up an 8-5 record. Also, Washington ranks in the middle of the pack in terms of the number of hits that they got this season. So, as you can see on your screen, earlier today, again, about an hour ago, I placed my bet at minus 130 odds, which is the same as 1.78 in decimal format. And this specific line was available with BetMGM, BWin, Borgota, and Sports Interaction. With other bookies, the line was lower than this. Now, if your line is different, here is what my simulation model says. The lowest acceptable line is minus 168 in American format, which is the same as 1.595 in decimal format. Now, that's the same as claiming that this bet holds a 62.7% chance of winning. So if you are more familiar with decimal odds, the line must be 1.6 or higher for this bet to be a good value wager, in my humble opinion. And that is based on my mathematical model, by the way. All right, so let me recap the baseball picks for today before I give you the extra bonus. Well, I have let's say that I have a small lean on the Cardinals to win straight up against the Brewers, but honestly, I don't like it so much. Let's say that my official picks for today, my free picks are over 7.5 runs to be scored in the Brewers-Cardinals game because both starters are reeling. I feel like there could be many runs scored in that game. My second pick went to the Toronto Blue Jays to win straight up against the Angels. mainly because of the motivation factor. Thirdly, I'm taking the Baltimore Orioles to win straight up against Houston. I'm banking on the fact that Corbin Burns will have a bounce back game against Houston. And finally, and this was a premium pick, Cal Quantrill from the Rockies to allow under 5.5 hits. And now it's time for college football bets. By the way, and hello to Marianne Woods, who is showing up, as well as Justin, who says, "What's up, Bookie Crushers? Thanks for being here, folks." All right, so it's time for some college football picks. I've already released a video talking about the Clemson Tigers. Will they record over or under 9.5 wins? Sorry. And I also discussed the Oklahoma Sooners. Will they get over or under 7.5 wins? If you're interested, go check out this video on my YouTube channel. Now I have detected 23 more good value wagers on college football future bets. And let me present another one today for you, just as a thank you for showing up to this live stream. And the pick in question is the Florida State Seminoles to get over 9.5 wins. All right, so here are some reasons backing this pick. Well, honestly, this one was an easy one for me because we're also getting positive odds with many bookies. As you can see on your screen, FanDuel has plus 104 right now. I saw others with plus 100. Well, I know that the Seminoles are replacing a lot of NFL talent of the undefeated team from last year, but I still think that a 10 plus win season is in the cards. Coach Mike Norvell has become one of the best in the country at getting transfers to come south, and he's had another brilliant offseason. He added some big time playmakers to the roster. Now, some could argue that assembling talent is one thing, but getting them to perform is another. But the head coach has shown that he can do that as well. Now, I have an insider in the Deep South, and the reports out of camp is that they are clicking on all cylinders. They have been really impressive. Now, DJU looks to close out his college career with the Seminoles on a high note, obviously. Now they get it all started this upcoming Saturday against the up and coming Georgia Tech. Now, right now, the line is around between 10 and 12. So the Florida State Seminoles are favored to win by 10 to 12 points. So they are very likely to win this game. Of course, if they lose it, that will make this bet more difficult to win. But I'm really confident they're going to win this Saturday to get the season on a high note. So really, Florida State has only 3 more games that are questionable. So they are on the road at Notre Dame, on the road at Miami, and at home against Clemson. So assuming that they're going to take care of business in all of the other games, all they need is to win 1 out of 3 games. Now, I agree that they are very likely to lose at least one of them, but losing all 3, I really doubt it, and that makes this bet good to me. Now, the Seminoles might have the best D line in the country, or definitely the best in the ACC. They have some of the best cornerbacks in the league as well. They have also one of the best offensive line in college football. They are very talented. So to me, this was a easy call. I'm taking the Seminoles to get over 9.5 wins this season, especially given the fact that we're getting positive odds, which is great. All right, so don't forget that if you want to get my 25 good value wagers on college football, and by the way, you don't even need to be a college football expert to take advantage of this special package. If you like to make money, well, that's a good product to buy. I'm also offering a special performance guarantee. I will share the link to this package below, But basically, and I'm not going to go into the details here, but basically, if those picks do not perform well, you will get my Super Bowl prop bets for free. And if you remember correctly, my Super Bowl prop bets were on sale for 147 US dollars last year. And as usual, we sold a lot of them because this is my best performing product by far every year. So if you grab my college football package, which is $47, well, you could end up with a bonus of one worth 147. So I'll try not to forget to post the link to this special college football package. Those are great value wagers with a high expected return on investment. All right, so thank you for being here today. I am not sure if I'll be able to post baseball picks tomorrow because I'm going out of town with my family. My kids are going back to school on Monday, next Monday. So we are going to do some special activities with them before school starts back again. So I'll do my best to post something, but that is not a guarantee. So I'm Professor MJ from Quebec City in Canada. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you again soon.